Welcome back to Comic Universe, the only nerd-centric thing you need in your life. DPZ added it again with another solo vid. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a new segment, a pilot for a new segment here on YOUniverse that I cooked up one night. And I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this. And maybe it'll happen again some other time, but I don't think this is going to... I don't know how consistent this will be. Let's see where the first episode goes. And this is Who Did Worse. Now, for those wondering who did worse, my idea is that it's not so much a versus video, it's more of a discussion video. It's very much a discussion video in that it's more of a discussion between which of these two villains did worse to their respective characters. And today, for our start, I decided to talk about the Joker and the Green Goblin. Yeah. And also, for those wondering which Green Goblin, I'm going to be talking about, because it is a mantle, I'm going to be talking about both Harry and Norman Osborn, respectively. Because they both, because again, it's the Green Goblin, it can be two people, similar to how we got three Jokers now. So, if we can have three Jokers, I can talk about two Green Goblins. Enough said. Anyways, let's get started. Now let's talk about the Joker first. The Joker, as we all know, has done some horrendous things in comics. From, of course, the death of Jason Todd, to crippling Barbara Gordon, also murdering, during No Man's Land, murdering Sarah Essen, Gordon's second wife, which is a pretty messed up storyline, actually. But also, we've had, in other storylines, in The Dark Knight Returns, we had a pretty dark story of him just randomly killing people for the fun of it, just to get Batman back in the business. And so on and so forth. But really, when it comes down to it, when you think of memorable and dark Joker stuff, those are usually the only things that come to mind, really. Sadly, while Joker has, and admittedly, yes, Joker has done some pretty memorable stuff that is just downright awful, and, Bat has done some horrible things to the Bat family. Green Goblin did worse. I'm going to be real with you guys. I honestly, this may sound a little biased, but I think the Osborns did a hell of a lot more worse to Spider-Man. And I'll talk about it right now. So, we all know that, you're probably thinking, well, the only thing, Norman Osborn ever did was kill Gwen Stacy. Ah, and yes, that is a terrible thing and very memorable in comics. But I'll do you one better. He had sex with her. Yeah, no lie, no really. Not only did he murder her, before that, he had sex with Gwen Stacy, she carried his twins, who she gave birth to, and, yeah, went to Europe to hide them, and then weeks later when she came back, Norman murdered her. And plus, he took the twins, made them convinced that they were Peter's kids, and that it was Peter Parker's fault, that they were, abandoned and he never loved them. But yeah, he also tried to convince his daughter that he was Peter's daughter, and tried to get her to have sex with him on the grounds of, oh, it's gonna fuck with him hard, or yeah, it's gonna just mess with him. Yeah, is that not fucked up? Also, if you're wondering, well, how does the age thing work? Well, thanks to the Goblin Serum, the aging process sped them up. I don't know, it was weird. Because initially, J. Michael Straczynski, who wrote the story, wanted it to be that they were legitimately Peter and Gwen's kids, but for some reason, Marvel said, don't do that, that's stupid, to which I'm like, nah, but then you've completely tarnished one of the most beloved love interests for Peter Parker. You've completely tarnished that memory, so good on you. Also, so moving right down the list of things the Osborns have, the Green Goblin has done to Spider-Man, taken the 616 version of May Parker, who would eventually in the MC2 universe become Spider-Girl. In the 616 main universe, sadly, she was taken away by a nurse, brought to Norman Osborn, and made Mary Jane Norman also made Mary Jane think that she had a miscarriage, and not only that, it's kind of insinuated that he ate the baby. Let me say that again. Norman Osborn ate a child. Is that clear enough? Oh, you want me to keep going? Okay. Let's see what else is. I've talked enough about Norman. Let's talk about what Harry did. Harry brought back Peter's parents, but it was like, LOL, nope. It was really life model decoys that were just there to fuck with Peter. And keep in mind, he didn't know that they were life model decoys until after he got a message from Harry, who had been dead for 2 years at the time, sent a video saying gotcha after he discovered they were life model decoys, just to be like, haha, I get the last laugh, Peter. LOL, I'm, LOL, no regrets. Or, LOL, YOLO. Or in his case, he does NOLO. Or something, I don't know, I was trying to be clever, whatever. Oh, man. Look, let's see. Norman also orchestrated the Clone Saga on the grounds of, oh, you guessed it, just to mess with Peter. He invested millions of dollars just to, shake Peter on a mental level from the shadows during that god-awful comic, the Clone Saga, and just to be like, he spent so much money in a most convoluted story to ever grace grace the pages of not just Marvel, but comics in general. Yeah, just to be like, ha ha, yeah. Let's see, where's another good list of things the Osborns did? What else has the Osborns done? Oh yeah, they also, here's another good one that Harry did. No, I think it was Harry. Harry hired a actress who looked exactly like Aunt May and purposely gave her cancer to make Aunt May look like she died, while he kidnapped and hid away the real Aunt May, and just, again, mess with Peter. There's nothing, there's no reason. It's not like, Joker who wants to prove a point, in some weird way, it's either to prove a point or have a joke. He just, the Green Goblin just does this shit to Peter to just emotionally wreck him. And because he knows, hey, if I can't attack you head on, I'm going to attack you where it hurts. Because unlike the Joker, the Joker, I've always been under the belief that the Joker knows who Batman is, but he doesn't care that he's Bruce Wayne. With Green Goblin, and that's why, also Joker never really attacked, he attacks Bruce Wayne or any of the Bat family outside of costume because he cares about only when they're in costume. Green Goblin gives us this thing of, well, what if Joker decided to just go after their aliases, and decided not so much as a joke, but more like, I'm just gonna hurt you and watch. That's how the Green Goblin do. So, yeah. There's a laundry list, but those are the biggest things the Green Goblin has, both Harry and Norman have done to Spider-Man. And it's a lot bigger. There's a whole other stuff I'm probably forgetting. Let's also not forget that Norman Osborn became a head of state and also created the Dark Avengers, and also discredited not just Spider-Man, but everyone else. Yeah. And, yeah, there's probably, like I said, there's a whole other laundry list of stuff I may be forgetting. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think of, who do you think of the two characters did worse? And I'm not trying to discredit Joker and saying, Green Goblin's better than Joker. I'm just saying that when you compare and contrast, the Green Goblin has done a lot more memorable and more fucked up things than the Joker. Yes, killing Sarah Essen, crippling Barbara Gordon, murdering Jason Todd are all really bad things. But when you think about it, what made those, Barbara Gordon became Oracle. She became a lifeline for the entire DC universe. Jason Todd eventually came back as the Red Hood, who is now a very fan-favorite character now. Sarah Essen's murder, well, that's actually the only one that's kind of fucked up. It actually, it strengthened Gordon's resolve. And yeah, it sucks that she died, because actually, I kind of dig Sarah Essen. Not so much as how she was portrayed in Batman Year One, mind you, but after she, got with Gordon after his first divorce, it really was kind of a blow for me. I kind of dug Sarah Essen as Gordon's wife, but anyway, I'm I'm getting off topic. My apologies. But, yeah, I'm not discrediting what the Joker did, but when you compare it to what the Green Goblin has done to Spider-Man, yeah, when the Green Goblin does something to Spider-Man, it doesn't make his resolve stronger, it emotionally breaks him and scars him for the rest of his life. It's not like with Joker, who, whenever he does something, these characters, while it hurts, are strengthened by what the Joker has done. In a weird way, he's helping them. In a weird, fucked up kind of way, he's kind of helping them. When Green Goblin does something, it destroys Peter for months. He can't move past it because that's who he is. So it's interesting. That's an interesting way of how, at least how I look at it. So I'm curious. So, yeah, in my humble opinion, I kind of think the Green Goblin has done worse than the Joker. But that's just me. That is just my personal opinion. If you think that's different, that's totally fine. No ill will against you. Like I said, I want I want this to be a discussion video. So you guys in the comments section, let's make this a discussion. There's no voting here. There's no, this is not a voting video. This is a discussion video because I want you guys to discuss because, yeah, I want to discuss, like, we have so many villains out there, but it's hard to determine which did the most horrible stuff because villains are known to do really fucked up shit. Anyway, so like I said, you guys comment below, let me know which of these villains do you think did worse out of the two. Like I said, I already gave my thoughts. And again, not to discredit Joker and all the horrendous atrocities he's done, but yeah, when I really thought about it, man, when Spider-Man goes dark, they go dark. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this video, and just comment below, let me know what you guys think. And once again, see you once more in the universe.